Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Eddie Murphy Jr. here in Maple Sizzurp, Edmonton, Canada. Born and raised in Newfoundland, Canada. Tapping in with y'all. So, guys, my reaction to the fights. First, the fight we'll talk about will be the Danny Christie fight. Oh my God, what a fight. What a fight. You couldn't ask for a better fight than that. Like, wow. You know what I mean? And just like, wow, like what an inspiration Danny is to his people, even to me. Like, honestly, man, like, honestly, when that other guy was getting tired and his hands were getting heavy, the same thing was happening to Danny. Only for Danny, he knew how to overcome that. He overcame that. You know, that second win. That's what makes a champion, is being able to get that second win, and when your opponent can't, you know. And your face all mashed up, beat up. Buddy got your face mashed up, beat up, but that don't matter. You keep thriving, you keep going. That's a warrior, man, and that's what he done, right? And hats off to Danny Christie. Total inspiration for any BKFC fighter, I think. Honest to God, like, you know, I know all of us, we always big up Danny, you know, honestly, my introduction to this world was from Danny Christie. I did a video on Deca and Danny commented. Me and Danny talked on Facebook, and he was the first guy I ever met in this UK genre, you know. So, you know, I've always rooted for Danny, right? But not just because of that. Like, the man is an inspiration in the fighting world. You just see what he done, you know, right? And wow, hats off to you, Danny. You are an inspiration, straight up. All right, second fight we're going to talk about, the Swan, right? I think the Swan did good. I think, you know, he did what he had to do. I don't know why it was stopped. I didn't find out yet. But, yeah, I think the Swan, this was more of a challenge for him. But I'm thinking the other opponent, you know, because Swan got a few in there at the end of it. And Swan is a hard hitter, right? You know, and big up to the Swan. It's another step, you know, he made another step up, and it's all that counts when you're in this boxing world, right? It wasn't a great fight like the Danny Christie fight, you know what I mean? It wasn't, you know, a crowd pleaser, but guess what? He showed up, he won, he went up another level in his career, in his boxing world, and that's all that matters. That's what you do. Hats off to the Swan, big respect. Now, the third fight we're going to talk about, Brett May. Hats go off to you, Brett May. Not everybody wins, you know what I mean? I wish more people will get behind and support you, you know, in these times. But that's not how the cookie crumbles in this world this day, you know, right? Not everybody wins, right? Now, Brett May is a very vibrant character, a very vibrant person, you know what I'm saying? He's more of a showman, it seems, than a boxer, you know, and I think, you know, he was going in there and he was trying to get in fast. He was trying to get in fast, you know. And honestly, if you were in a jail cell with him, you wouldn't last long, because he's going to jump in. Before you even get that punch off, he's got you smothered. You know what I mean? I think Brett should maybe try more MMA, wrestling, technique, fighting. I think that'd probably be more up his way, I think, than the BKFC. It seemed like he didn't want to stand up and go toe-to-toe, but maybe I'm wrong, right? He just wanted to get in there and grapple, you know what I mean? And in BKFC, obviously, that doesn't work the greatest, so didn't work out the greatest for him. Now, when it comes to Brett quitting, what I got to say about that is I really think, and honestly think, that Brett May got a scare. Okay, when he went back and he couldn't focus, he couldn't see, like any man, like Brett is a guy I know, he enjoys his life, he's very vibrant, and he don't want to die, you know what I mean? And he don't want to go out and die for no reason, you know what I mean? I think he was really, really honestly scared when he came back. He couldn't focus, he couldn't see. He went over to the doctor, whatever test was done, he obviously failed, so it obviously was done. You know what I mean? And I think maybe the man saved his life, you know? How did he have to go out in the third round and got hit and got killed? how would we all feel then? Not very good today, would we? I really think Brett May got a scare. I really think all the training, everything he was doing, I think he overdone himself. I think that is Brett May, right? He's going to give you 110% every time, right? And he was out there giving his all, but his all just wasn't good enough for what he was doing. He couldn't get in the pound of punches like he did on the other fights, right? And a lot of people, you know, kind of are making fun of him and stuff. I don't think that's called for. You know, it takes a lot to step in the ring in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people at Wembley Stadium, right? So my hat does go off to Brett. Nothing but big up and respect to you, Brett. I think, honestly, bro, you got a scare in that ring. Not of your opponent, but of yourself. Of pushing yourself a little bit too hard than what you really could done, and it scared you. I really honestly believe that's what happened. And if you call that quitting, I guess, yes, it is quitting, but, you know, your life is always more important than winning. I do believe, you know, and that's the way I feel. So hats off to Brett May as well. And a little bonus one we got to throw in here. The Fighting Trolls fight. Freaking hilarious. He's a showsman. He's a showman. That's what Fighting Troll is. He's a showman, right? He got in the ring. He didn't do too bad. I think he did a lot better. But again, you know, when you get in there and you start adrenaline, you start going, there's only so far you can push. And like I said, when I said about the Danny Christie, a champion is a man who can get that second win. That's just what that's how a champion becomes. When everybody else gets the heavy hands, the big wins, and they can't do it, a champion, they dig through that and find a way. And Fighting Trolls, he's not even a fighter. He's more of an entertainer. But the same with him, he couldn't finish, he quit, right? Now that was quitting. That's more quitting than what I feel of Brett May, right? I think Brett May really got a scare, and I think, you know, Fighting Trolls, it was a joke in the first place. You know, no one was taking it serious anyway. He was running around the ring, and I think he was a little fueled up. If I'm right or if I'm correct, I think he was a little fueled up, but whatever, to each their own. But anyway, hats goes off to the Fighting Troll just for even getting in there on short notice and all that stuff, which was, you know, that's, you know, it takes a lot to step in that ring, and especially on so short notice. And after last time having to stop and then actually getting up there again. So hats goes off to Fighting Trolls. But he's more of a showsman than a fighter. You know what I mean? And I think the same is for Brett May. Again, bringing up Brett May. But I think Brett May be more of a grappler, more of a UFC fighter, I think. That's where he should go into, the UFC. I really believe that. And I really believe he'd do better, because once he gets a hold of you, how are you getting out of it? It's impossible. He's going to take you and pop your eardrums off. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, I'm out. Peace.